Hello everyone, in this lesson I'm going to show you how to use GitHub and how to clone and create repository using GitHub desktop app. Okay, so first of all, you need to go to github.com, and after that, if you are not registered here, you need to put your username, email, password, and click sign up. But because I do have my account on GitHub, so I need to go to sign in and provide my username, which is gonna be my email, gmail.com, and my password. Okay, after that I'm gonna be landed on my GitHub dashboards. So here I will need to create a new repository, and I can click to the new button here. And here, first of all, make sure you're creating a public repository. Otherwise, we won't be able to see it unless you will add as participants. Okay, so let's give it a name and let's create it as a Java practice. So for gitignore, we can add Gradle project. So let me find it here. Yeah, Gradle. And for license, let's use Apache license 2.0, and let's create it. Okay, perfect. And now we have our repository. We have a gitignore file, which we can actually expand more, but that's gonna help us out to sort some of the files that we don't want to include to our Git repository. And so what I would add here as well, I'm gonna add README file. So README, it's pretty much description of repository, and it usually includes all the setups and some basic information about the project. Okay, let's just leave it as a Java practice, and I'm gonna commit a new file, and because this is remote repository, it's gonna push it right away. All right, so now you see here is this is the content of README file. All right, so now let's clone it. To do cloning, you can use you can click here, and you can click to open in a desktop browser. In desktop app, and then it's gonna ask you to open the GitHub desktop 2, and here it's gonna show you I misclick it, let me do it again. Open desktop, and as you can see here, it says if nothing happens, you can click desktop link here. So in my case, let's open it here. And so this is gonna be my remote repository that I just created, and that's gonna be my local repository. So my suggestion for you guys maybe would be keep it here, or you can change the path. But if you're gonna change it, just remember the name that you put here. All right, let's clone it. And here we go. So now you see your current repository is the Java practice. You're a master branch, and so you can click here, and as you can see what's the repositories, and from here you can click to open in a Finder, and here you can see our README file and license file that we put here. So what else we can add here? We can add some local changes. Let's say if we're gonna create a program, or we're gonna make changes to our project. So let's emulate it and say added from local repository from my laptop, right? So let's save it, Command S. And so after that, so you can see here, it's identified that we made the changes to our README file. And let me extend it a little bit. So now you can see what actually we added here and what was before and what we added. So as you can see, we added this line. We will need to commit it. So before adding commit, we can change the commit message, but let me actually change it to the update readme file, and to this in the description let me add readme update. Okay, let's commit to the master. And now, because we committed only locally, we also need to push it to our repository, because otherwise, if I'm gonna update it, so you can see it doesn't, like, our readme file, which is here, doesn't have like our changes from local repository. And I need to press like push origin button here. And I will need to provide my GitHub usernames, which is basically going to be that plus 222, and password going to be the same. All right, let's try one more time. All right, now it worked, and we can see it's actually pushing my changes. And now if I'm gonna update this page, yeah, so you can see this is a change that I added, and now we can see it works. So it actually works in both ways. So let's say if I'm gonna change it in a GitHub itself manually, I can say add it from GitHub, which is a remote repository, and clicks. So now let's commit it directly to master, and well, yeah, so it's actually going to be in one line because I forgot to add additional mark here to make it from the second line, but that's fine. Let me open the here, and so you see it doesn't identify like any changes, and because this is like browser, you need to refresh it. And after I'm gonna fetch it, you see it says, okay, so here's one more commit message, which is your remote repository is ahead than your local one. So you need to click pull origin, or you can do it from here. It doesn't really matter because so you can do the same thing. And now if you're gonna open our local file, so now we can see it's actually have this message from remote repository as well. Okay, and that's pretty much it. And later on, I'm going to show you how to work with Git, and how to create different branches, and how to create pull requests. Thank you for watching.